Bonjour, Kinamagi and Nene Ireland Indigenikas, and welcome to today's Math Tier 2 Intervention. Today's episode from Math Tier 2 Interventions, Reteach 7.4. By looking at our last session's answers, and this is where we were writing numerical expressions by finding out what problems we were doing using the story problems. And this is a really important skill as it's the basis of so many standardized test questions. So number 2, Leah plants 12 roses and 13 daisies in each row. Write an expression, find how many flowers she plants in a row. Well, you have 12 and 13. If she has 8 rows, those 12 plus 13 together, which is 25 times 8, there you go. Although you weren't obligated to solve it tonight. And then number 3, Malaya scores 12 points in her basketball game. Janie scores half as many points. Write an expression to find out how many points Janie scores. Well, half of means 12 divided by 2. And then find out how many points Malaya scores this week if she scores twice as many points than Janie did last week. So we go 12 divided by 2 times 2. Odd problem in its own right. So let's move into today. Problem solving. We are working backward. And just as a reminder, all our steps are consistently understand, plan, solve, and check. And our problem written out here, a scientist plans to study exotic birds in the rainforest. The helicopter flight to and from the rainforest costs $499. Supplies cost $112 for each day. How many days can the scientist spend in the rainforest on a $1,283 budget? So our steps, and you're going to want to write this in as we go. First off, we know the flight costs $499. Each day costs $112. There's a $1,283 budget. And notice I put 112 a day. The cost, or what am I trying to find out? Number of days in the rainforest. I'm going to clear the screen if you have that written in. Our plan, and our plan is the same in every one of these. We want to undo each step. So what operation undoes addition? Subtraction. So we subtract, you should write this in as we go, the cost of the helicopter from the total budget, which was $1,283 minus $499. Means the scientist now has $784 left. So immediately I've taken out the amount of money that was spent on the plane or the helicopter, and now I can work through multiplication. But I need to undo the multiplication. And what operation undoes multiplication? So the inverse of multiplication is division. Divide the amount remaining by the cost of supplies for the day. And that's a $112 per day. And once I divide 784 divided by 112, 7 days. And it makes sense. I could check my work. 7 times 112 is 784, plus 499 is 1283. So I've checked it. Just remember that you take the operations and go backward. And that's how you'll best solve these problems. I'm going to ask you to do numbers 1 and 2 in your Google form. And I look forward to seeing how you did. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at mireland@sagchipschool.net. Visit me during office hours. And just a reminder, the best way to get this information is to join us in class when we do our tier 2 interventions. You could be remote or somewhere in person. That still works. Hope you all have a mental Minwa, Bama P.